All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome
Hi.
Hello.
to Live. Um, this is like our second one. This is fun. And we are joined by New York Times bestselling author, Roseanne A. Brown. Um, thanks so much for joining us. We're super excited to just, we're going to write for a bit and try to get some words down.
Yep.
Awesome. I guess we can briefly, I don't know, there might be some folks who don't know who we are. So I'm Bayana. I am co-founder and editor-in-chief of Black Girls Create.
I'm Delia Gallegos. I'm the marketing director of Black Girls Create. I be doing graphics and stuff sometimes.
All the time.
All the time.
And I am Roseanne A. Brown. I'm the author. Do I have a copy here? Here we go. Yes, author of Song of Wraiths and Ruin, which just came out this past July. Very, very shiny. Very nice. Today I'm actually working on the sequel for that. So that's what I'm doing today with y'all.
Yes. So excited about that book, which I loved, and I just want nothing but the best for Rena and Malik.
Things will happen. Things will happen to them.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever you give us is okay. Delia, what are you going to be working on?
The thing is, I have this long-standing project that I should be finishing. But today, a plot bunny just made its way into my head of something completely unrelated. This story idea came to me in a dream a couple nights ago, and I just feel the need to get it out on the page because it's not gonna leave me alone. So I think I'm just gonna word vomit onto a page and see what happens.
Word. Any brief summary?
It's the concept is that there's this world where I guess essentially people have to be in control of their emotions, because if not, your inner demons will manifest as actual physical demons that act as doppelgangers who just sow chaos. So that.
Tight.
Honestly, that feels like the real world a lot. A lot of people lash out because they don't got their inner stuff, so it becomes the outer stuff. So.
Yep. But with magic.
Magic.
I'm trying. I still don't really know how to explain it in a succinct way. I guess I'm still working through it. But I'm working on. It's a story about stories. It's maybe one way to put it, which honestly freaks me out a little bit because then I forget that then I have to write stories within the story. But basically, there's it's there's a girl and she is entrusted with this book that contains the stories of their world, and then there's this boy who's being pushed to go after it. Basically, he's supposed to steal the book, and so there's they clash and there's things. It's not a great summary, but it's been in my head, and I'm
been in your head. That's an understatement. Bless you.
It's been taking over my life, and yeah, so I'm excited to get into it. Hopefully, I can get trying to get some words down, mostly try to finish it so I can actually go back and make it revise it.
Yep, that's how you got to get it out, and then once you got it, that's when you make it great. But that first draft, it's rough. It's always rough.
It's especially you're just writing it and it's wrong. You're this ain't it, but it's gonna have to be that for now. So yeah, so that'll be cool. Also, folks in the comments, if you want to let us know what you're writing too. I see Stephanie has eyes, but what's going on? What's happening here? Yeah, in terms of drafts, I guess while we wait to see what other folks are writing about, how do you, Rosie, how do you approach that?
Oh gosh. With drafting, I'm very much in a place where because deadlines don't wait for no one. So I used to be a lot more precious about it. Like, oh, I have to have my writing rituals. I have to be in the mood. I have to do all this. Now it's just like, nah, the words got to get out. Like the words got to get out. Like there's just, it's for me, it's mostly a time issue more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
But I've really gotten to a place where I'm like, I am okay with writing poorly because I've seen now several poor drafts become good books. And so I think
Wow.
that's something that has just taken a like, and it always sucks. Like it sucks writing something that you know is not what your best, and you know is not the story you want it to be. But there's literally no way around it. Like there's no time you're ever gonna sit down and write it right the first time. So for me, it's just like accepting that it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck for several drafts probably, and that's just how it is. So that's the only thing that gets me through it. Like this is bad, that's okay.
Yeah. I feel that. I hate it.
That's kind of why I think my issue is that like I often like right now I'm not that like it's not daunting because I really have I just have a vague concept of a scene, but like once I've like done an outline, drafting it becomes so much more just so much harder because again, like Brianna said, you know it's wrong and you know you got to get the words on the page and you know you just got to do it. And that's why like, you know, a lot of, you know, on the internet writing is like aesthetic and stuff and that's nice, but that's not the reality. It's just not.
No.
Not even a little bit.
You guys do know the phrase "bitchalk," like butt in chair, hands on keyboard.
Yep.
Like sometimes you just got to bitchalk it. Like you just
Yeah. Cool. So Cordelia says that she started a screenplay and needs to finish a short story.
Oh, that's dope.
Stephanie doesn't know how to continue the story that she's writing, but she's working on it. Portia is writing about an oracle playing double agent to her family's worst enemies, which
interesting.
we need that. Bianca's writing more fic.
Love it.
Love that as well. Really, anything y'all want to write, that's what this is for. I was telling my sister earlier because she has, she's in college and she's like writing essays. And I was like, you know, if you want to come, she's like, I have all these essays to write. I was like, that's writing.
Writing's writing.
That's what this is. So yeah, literally whatever y'all are trying to write. You need groceries, write the grocery list. That takes time to pull together. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with this first sprint. Is it 20 minutes? I think
20 minutes. Yeah, and we'll do that for a little, then we'll come back.
It's always this moment before we pull the plug that I'm always the most nervous. I'm like, oh, we're just gonna dive right in. Okay.
If y'all see me just go like, it's just because I was like up late last night for a while, so I might like just fall. I might have my pen still in my hand. I'll just be like,
oh, you're writing with pen. I used to, but I see you're wearing a brace. But like over the summer, I was writing a lot and messed up my wrist, and so now I haven't gotten it strong enough to go back to writing. But that is my preferred method of writing, actually. So.
I love this this brace. I wear it when I'm working and I wear it at night, and it's just your wrist. It was only like also like $15 too, so it was very cheap, but very highly reviewed, and it just has saved my wrist so much.
You might be talking braces offline because both Bianca and I have these problems. So
literally, it's like speaking my language.
And not recommended enough, like a brace. If you're going to be writing for a while, this is it.
All right. Well,
all right.
Ready?
Yeah. Let's do
Everybody pins up, keyboards up, all that. Or down. Pins down.
Right, yeah, because you're...
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm just really but okay.
All right.
Oh, wait, are we starting?
Yep. Yeah. Are you... Yep. We'll start now.
Okay. Cool.
All right. That's 20 minutes. We're out here.
Word. That was really fast.
Yeah, it passes really fast.
Yeah.
Wow.
How did it go?
I was mid thought. I'm like trying to like put it back and like, okay, save that.
Yeah.
We'll come back.
It went well. It went well for me. I think I got how many? About 2.5 pages. I don't, because I'm handwriting.
Yeah.
I don't actually have a word count.
I got like, my chapters are short, so I got like a chapter in. It's not very good. That's okay. I just needed it down. So we're out here.
Yes.
I got 471 words in, is according to Word. Except, so all day, because today I've been putting up Christmas stuff, but all day, like in the back of my head, I'm like, I should write this down. But then now that I'm actually writing it down, I was like, what was he supposed to say? And like, I can't remember. So I kept pausing to try and remember, like, this conversation starts somehow.
That's the worst, because like it's there, and it's just like as soon as you walk away and you stop, it's gonna come back to you.
Exactly. As soon as like this live stream ends, I'll be like, oh wait, no, it's supposed to go this and this and this.
Yeah,
but it's fine.
I always find I get those thoughts like when
down.
I'm about to go to bed. Like I'm right about to sleep, and then like an entire thing will pop in my head, and I'm like, but why? Now's not the time.
Trying to shut the brain down.
Not. Cool. So, what are some ways, Rosie, and then me and Delia too at some point, but what are some ways that you try to stay focused while you're writing?
For me, the sprinting method itself, because I'll usually do a 25-minute sprint, and then I'll do a 10-minute break, and then I'll do 3 of those in a row. And then, like, because it's so much easier to tell myself just 25 minutes, like, just for 25 minutes, that's all you have to do. But it's also important to me that, like, I try, honestly, not to think about my writing too much when I'm actually not writing, because I was having in the habit, like, every single second felt like I had to be filled with writing and all that. And so because of that, it was actually losing focus for my actual writing sessions. So a big part of it is, like, letting myself, like, when it's time to write, it's time to write. Like, I block Twitter, I block social media, I turn everything off. Like, it's writing time. But then that also meant when it's not writing time, I have to have permission to not write, and it's okay.
I like that, but like separation. Mm-hmm. I'm not good at that.
I was about to say, I was like, what do you have to say about that?
Maybe one day. Yeah, I mean, for me, I feel like I've mentioned this before probably at some point, but like I have to listen to music, and I kind of have to do that for almost everything. But that is like I need something else like in the back of my mind, and I might sing along and I might not, but like, it's like I don't know, I separate it from like in my brain, I guess. But it like silence is really like, I can't do it.
Yeah. When I'm writing, I can't do silence. Like I have to listen to something, but nothing with words. It has to be like instrumental or something.
I need words. Well, I don't need words, but I prefer words.
See, it'll mess up my writing. But I've talked about this on other quick quills. Like I have ADHD, so sometimes for me, focusing also means that like sometimes you gotta honor the distraction, let it happen, be like, that has distracted me, acknowledge it, then bring yourself back instead of getting wrapped up in it and spiraling.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, so that's usually key for me. But this time, like I didn't usually, as we go through this, I usually have an example of like, oh, even this time, but actually this time I was all in. So
yeah, this time was like, it was okay. But it usually like takes me a minute to like get into it. Like those first few minutes, like I'm kind of like, I don't know. I thought I was ready. Am I ready? And then it kind of hits a groove after that. So yeah, like I expect the next one to be easier for me, I guess.
The first sprint's always really raggedy. Like it's always like, I like to think of it as like, how sometimes you turn off a faucet and like the brown water comes out before the clear water. You just got to get the brown water out. And the water
I actually, that's super accurate. Yeah, because towards the end, I really hit my stride. Like the last 5 minutes of that sprint, I was like, "All right, we're really cooking now." And yeah, the first bit was it's touch and go.
Yeah.
The quality of writing definitely was not. I mean, it's never there for a rough draft or like even during a writing sprint, but like there is specifically one point, like this character, neither of them have names. That's also a problem. But he's going through like some genuine turmoil, but I couldn't think of the word. And my thing, especially for me with ADHD, like I cannot get hung up on a word. So I just like put whatever's closest. And the closest one was like upset. And I was like, well, that is a massive understatement, but okay, we're still going. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. That part is definitely difficult. Like you're like, this isn't the word. I know it's not the word, but now I'm drawing a blank. It's something. I don't know.
When that happens, I'm telling you, I just put in a word that I know does not show up anywhere in the like draft. Like for me, it's cantaloupe. I'll usually put cantaloupe, keep going, and then later on just Control F all the cantaloupe.
Yeah, that's clever.
It's easier to keep on going.
That's a great idea. I've never thought of doing that. I don't know what word I would use, but I'm gonna have to think about that. That's a
It has to be something you know is never gonna actually naturally show up in the book. Because if it's any other word that shows anywhere, you'll end up changing something you don't want to change. So and then you'll end up with weird sentences like her eyes were so cantaloupe.
But yeah, just Control F. That's the one thing. Like sometimes it'll be like my second read through that I catch. I'm like, wait, that's not right. That's not the word that's supposed to be there.
Yeah. I usually just do like all caps, whatever it is, be like something or like in this thing, and then hopefully think. And if I'm like really paranoid, then I'll highlight it too, so that when I scroll, I can like see it.
Yeah. I'm looking in the chat. People are like writing things, and that's crazy to me. Like I know like the three of us are, but like sometimes I hear what other people are writing and I'm like, wow, that's so creative. Nicole says that she didn't have anything, so she started writing ideas, and it is an urban fantasy Xmas rom-com, which I love that. But I also just love that, sometimes to these writing sprints, you can come with nothing. Give it some time and let your brain do the work, and it'll pump out something.
Yeah.
The character hates Christmas, so they can get away with constantly ignoring the fact that it's Christmas. Well, that's not me. I'm not a humbug type, but Oh, Robin said pineapple. I guess she's saying she uses pineapple. Is that her word? I guess.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that. That's so clever.
No, it saved my life so many times because it's so easy to lose the flow, and like no one word is worth losing the flow. So if you have the flow but one word's not there, just put something and keep going.
Yeah, don't go to the thesaurus. That's my biggest. The thing I had to learn is the biggest tip. Do not open that tab to the thesaurus. You won't come back. It's over once you open that.
Yeah.
That's for editing you, and this is not editing you.
Mm-hmm. All right. It seems like we got like one more minute, and then we have this. This one's a 25-minute sprint, so we have a little bit more time.
I'm actually pretty excited. I mean, we'll see. I say I'm pretty excited, and then I'm going to come back and be like, I forgot what I was supposed to write again, guys.
I think the whole time, like, I don't know. All right, cool. Let's do it. Let's do
sprint number 2, 25 minutes on the clock.
Starting. Sorry, my phone locked. Starting now.
Cool.
All right, that was that was it.
Cool.
I'm really feeling the time with that one. I'm starting to feel it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
How'd it go?
better.
other than
about 3 pages for me.
Oh, right, that's better than last time. So you may have been feeling the pain, but you powered through.
Definitely, yes.
What about you, Brianna?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
I think it was better. Yeah.
Yeah. How much more did I write? I'm not going to do math. I'm at 1,077 words now, whatever that math's out to. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel iffy about it. Like, the words got down. Do I like any of the words? Will they all go away after I go back? Probably, but they're down.
Yeah.
While we were writing, I did see people in the chat talking about what they were writing, which I thought was really cute. I don't know how y'all are chatting and writing at the same time because that is too distracting for me. But like, shout out to y'all, community, love that for y'all.
one thing at a time, just one spacing here for one thing at a time.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Nicole says in her she got stuck trying to figure out who she ships.
That's important though. That's an important question. Like you gotta know the answer to that.
Yeah.
I love that. Like, I mean, because that has happened to me while writing. I'm like, uh-oh, I'm feeling a pull. That way, do we follow the pull?
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to share just short quotes of what we've written? I'm gonna ask the chat to do it too.
Oh shoot, I forgot that was next. can, but I have to find something. Y'all in the chat, y'all do it too. Whoever does it first. Yo, like that's a great idea. I just gotta find. Hey.
I'm like, none of these are shareable.
Fair enough. I said that had 1,077 words, thinking like that sounds pretty good, but that's like 2.5 pages on Word, y'all. I just want to make that clear that this is not that much. I feel like there was one, but like I can't find it now that I'm scrolling.
I can do one while we wait for other folks to say things. Okay. Controlling magic was second nature to me, something we had both been taught from the moment we could communicate and had control over the movement of our bodies. As mysterious as this new magic was, I felt confident I could hold it safely within me. The whispers of the spirits didn't seem so heavy a burden until we made it to the edge of the swamp wood.
Ooh, I love that. But is your story, is it middle grade or YA? Or
It's YA.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, the reason none of these are like quotable is because like when I hand draft, I kind of like bullet point it, kind of.
Yeah.
So like there's like none of these are really like sentence. Like just to give you all an idea of like how this is looking right now. I don't know how much of that you can see. I'm like,
oh yeah, like, that when I handwrite, I do the same. It's not like it's some bullets will turn to full paragraphs, some won't. It's just it is what it is.
Yeah, but also most of these are spoilers for Wraiths 1.
Yeah, that's fair. I knew that might be a thing. I have one. Oh, I lost my window. Hold up. I do have one. Hello. Oh, okay, sorry. I'm doing split screen right now. It makes it okay. I mean, how long is the quote? This is like a whole paragraph. I don't know. I'll just read the whole thing. It's fine. Or we could go to the audience. We don't have to read mine. Just kidding. Okay. The air between them thin, pulled taut by the memory of the veranda. They hadn't talked about the kiss, and everything that happened afterward, it felt unimportant. Or it should have felt unimportant. Almost certainly it was a tactic to shock her back into action, and it had worked. That didn't stop her treacherous heart from fluttering at the memory, at his insistent words, "You are good." That's
I love a good regretful kiss. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where the story is going, but you know, we already have tension, and we love that for me. That part at least.
Yep. Absolutely. It's the best part.
Other people's quotes. Nicole, again, what did she say? Rom-com Christmas
urban fantasy.
Situation. Urban fantasy. There you go. It appears I'm in her room and her lips are on my neck. I'm sorry, I wasn't ready. That was my bad. I'm sorry, I did not read it with the I'm sure you intended. I got caught off. Stephanie's quote is, Nicola almost felt bad for him. The poor boy wore all his emotions on him like the way he wore a leather jacket. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
I would like to see more of that. Amanda Ray Prescott. It is much easier for white period drama fans to accept that Game of Thrones makes dragons a real historical event than to accept that Gemma Chan can play a court. I don't have my glasses on, y'all. I'm so sorry. Can play a courtier to Elizabeth I. She's working on an essay, so that's what that is.
Okay.
Yeah, she's continuing an essay/analysis she started that last month. I forgot to read that earlier. Nicole. Okay, I'm sorry. Nicole says Delia always with this romantic bullshit. So I am who I am. What inspires me?
What if I have a quote that's like, I didn't actually write it now, but it's a quote from the book I'm working on? Does that count? Or is that cheating?
I will take it.
Nope. I would
make
like
the rules. Yeah, it counts.
Okay. Oh, Okay, wait. Oh, okay. So this here, this is more of like a paragraph. I might have shared this on Twitter, so some of you might have seen this, but it's a paragraph from book 2 with Malik and Karina. So, okay.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to say so many things, but the words refused to come, so he nodded. Malik squeezed his eyes shut. One heartbeat passed. Another. Then the gentlest of touches trailing along his jaw, her thumb brushing over his cheek. He couldn't help it. He flinched. Karina paused. Am I hurting you? He shook his head. No, I'm just. How did he even begin to explain how few people had ever touched him and how fewer still had ever done so gently? But scars were just that, and he didn't want to be that person anymore. The one who flinched away, the one who cowered when what he really wanted was more. There we go. Oh my god.
Yo, look, I did see you share that on Twitter, but hearing you read it out loud, it hits different.
Yeah.
Like it hit already, but oh my
gosh. I'm just like, I want to share something through this all crap. Here, I have this.
Man, wow, that was really good. Look at Viola, she's like, yes, yes.
Yeah. See, you start with the bullet points and you end up with that. So do your illustrations.
Shoot,
love it.
Biana is team good things for the bean, so she's. Oh, we have another quote. Sorry, this must have come in afterwards. Bianca says, due to their concern, she found herself pretending. She cleaned her room. She hid her pictures of Cedric in a box deep in her closet, and soon fake smiles became real, but the hurt was still there. She's working on fic, and clearly that is Cho fic, and I'm going to need her to finish that one up so I can.
Justice for Cho Chang.
Justice for Cho Chang. Like that. That's not why we're gathering, but we could turn it into that because I feel that very strongly. I think that's all the quotes we got. But honestly, like, we could also turn this into Rosie shares more quotes. I'm also here for that because, like, yeah, I could do this last sprint, but like that really set the mood.
No, that's like no. Everything else is a spoiler, and also I have to open my Scrivener, and that would like crash.
Yeah. No, don't do that. No, that is true. Don't.
Okay. Instead, we can do this last sprint.
Yes,
yeah, I think that's it. I didn't miss anybody like I did before. My bad,
y'all. I pass out forever. So
yeah. Okay. So this another 25 minutes, and then
the last 25 minutes, y'all. So make it count.
Yep. Starting now. We did it.
Ooh. Good. Just in time, too, because I hit a wall. I was like, I literally don't know what happens after this.
Same. I'm just writing one last thing here. Okay.
That's cool. Wrap up your thought. I did not wrap up my thought. Literally, it's mid-sentence. I saw we came back and I was like, cool, that's fine. I didn't need that sentence. It wasn't a good one.
I feel that. I'm just like, I can just, when your brain's just like, okay, you want to do this? You want to do this? And your brain's just like slowly booting down. That's where my brain is right now.
Mm-hmm. It really be that way sometimes. Ugh.
But we got through it.
Put in some stretches though. We did.
Yeah.
And honestly, I wrote way more than quality questionable, but I did write quantity more than I thought I would. So that's awesome.
Yeah, that's
That's the goal.
That's the power of the sprint.
Like, maybe at some point we'll be like, not so quick, Quills, and just editing.
Oh man, yeah, that would be good because I need to do that. Yep. Any big revelations as y'all did your last sprint?
I realized there's a notable location in book 2 that I really want to flesh out that I didn't have, like in my last draft. I did not put enough focus on, so I think that's something I'm gonna want to explore.
Ooh, fun! Yeah, no, that's a fun revelation.
Yeah.
What do you, Biana?
I don't know that I had any revelations. There was like something that I realized that I skipped over on accident. So I just made a note to fix it later. Like as I was like too far in that I was like, oh, this isn't. We're not going to get to it today. So, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have anything except that the plot bunny is out of my head, and that's good. Love that for me. Now, if I want, I'll go back and like write the rest of it. That's the thing. But that scene in particular, I just had to get out. So I did realize that like I need names. Like I usually am not one that struggles with like naming characters. I'll have no problems. They don't gotta mean stuff. I just pull names out the ether. That's fine. That's your name, cool. Bet. But for some reason this time that did not happen, and it came up way more than you would think. And I'd be like, I called the girl name and the guy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get too caught up with names. Like I try to figure it out early so that I don't get like too in the weeds with it, because otherwise I'm just like, I don't know. Now I'm like looking at all the baby things. Who do I know? Like real marginally that I could use there. Like I don't know. So.
Oh, I guess that's true. Are we all like, there's the planners versus pansters. Are we all planners mostly? Because somebody in the chat, Bianca, said the way y'all actually plan your writing, inspiring. And I was like, oh, that's true. I forget that other people don't be doing that.
For me, I call myself what some people call a headlighter, in the sense that like, you know how like when you're driving, all you need to see is what's right in front of your headlights, but that's enough to get you where you're going. Mm-hmm. Like that's how it is. Like I know where I am, I know where I'm trying to go, but I rarely know what's in the middle, and that's kind of how I write.
Interesting.
I plan because
I was about to say I know the answer, but say it for the audience.
But I'm trying to like, I think now I'm like in a stage where I'm trying to not plan less, but plan differently. Mm-hmm. Because I often like I plan, like this is just like in life, I get like plans or like an idea in my head, and then it has to like I have to carry it out the way that I initially saw it happening. And that's just not how writing works. And so I just have to. So now I'm trying to like adjust my process so that it reflects that, because otherwise I get way into it and I'm like, well, I'm already here, and then I got to start all the way over. Trying to mitigate that, I guess.
Yeah. As somebody who's been privy to conversations where she's like, I have to do another draft. And I'm like, girl, what draft is this? Draft 7, 8? I don't know.
But it's because I was like, no, it's happening this way. And then, then it's like, no, it isn't. It's not.
I don't know what I am. I call myself a planner, but like really how I write is like I have just individual snippets of scenes that I write, and eventually I like piece if they make a coherent story, great. Now we got a story, and let me piece them together and like write the in-between bits to make them all link. So whatever that is. But definitely not a pantser. Like I know people, like there's people in the chat I see, and like I know people who literally just sit down and they just
no, not do that. No, that is too far.
You don't know that life. I need to know the end, or at least what I think is the end. Like at least I need to know what I'm writing to, and if that changes, that's fine. But I need to know it before I actually like write things, because who knows what would happen.
People in the chat saying whatever inspires me or compels me to write, I work on. Nicole says, which is why I have several one-page things and not a whole thing. You know, I think that's me too, though. Like that's real. Interesting. Yeah. It's so interesting to me how different people write. Like you get the same result eventually, a story, but like the process to get there can vary so crazily.
Yeah.
See, like that's my problem. Like I can't do like if I start something, I have to finish it because like I can't do other like I can't half-ass several things. I have to whole-ass one thing. Like I did whole-ass this.
Well, I mean, it worked for you, so I mean, you got a book out there, so that's the dream. I wish I could say I do that. I do that. I will be very into a thing. I don't know. It could be an ADHD thing, so let me not. Because I was going to say I will get hyper-focused on a thing, but eventually something it's like, oh, let me go do that. We've forgotten about this. We're fully focused on this new thing until 6 months later as I go through my drafts and I'm like, oh, I was working on that. Like seriously too.
Yeah. I kind of focus in on one thing as well. And I get other ideas. Even like last night I got some other idea and I was like, no, shoo. Leave me alone. Don't do that. Don't. Because yeah, that is too much. All right. So this was awesome. Thank you again, Rosie, for joining us on this writing journey.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you with like the bags under my eyes and the like half asleep, but thank you.
Well, I mean, also, like, you did say you were very tired. I'm like, wow, she went through a whole sprint. Me being tired definitely is usually my one excuse to not write for sure. I'm like, I'm too tired. I can't write. But shout out to you.
I really just mastered, just because many, many deadlines, being able to be tired and still get the writing flow on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. We have like links and stuff to like buy Rosie's things in the description, but also if you want to let folks know where they can find you and then also your work.
Yes. Okay. So at Rosie's Rambles, I'm not sure where I'm pointing at the right place. There we go. At Rosie's Rambles. That's me on Twitter, Instagram. I'm usually talking about anime, cartoons. Today I was talking about Beyblade. Did you guys know in Beyblade canon, Moses parted the Red Sea with a Beyblade? Like stuff like that.
I did it.
This is true. So like stuff like that is what you can find from me. As for my work, next up is A Psalm of Storms and Silence, which is a sequel to A Song of Wraiths and Ruin, which I'm holding sideways because I'm too tired to fix it. And then after that, I have a graphic novel coming out with Marvel, which is middle grade, about young Black Panther, young Shuri going on a quest, and it's a lot of fun, and we should be able to announce like more details about like the artist and all that stuff soon, so check out for that. And then I have my middle grade prose novel with Rick Riordan Presents, which is about a young Ghanaian American vampire hunter. That's out 2022, but I'm kind of working on that now, so I'm posting snippets and stuff. And yeah, it's just a lot of things happening, and that's why I look so tired all the time.
She has a lot popping off. For real, though, go follow her on Twitter. Like I said, she posted that paragraph that she shared earlier on Twitter, and I was clutching my chest at the time. She's got great content. She's also hilarious. So, like, she didn't undersell it, but I just need to oversell it a little bit more.
I'm telling you, Beyblade. Today it's Beyblade. Today is the Moses Beyblade fun fact, which is, there's a screenshot of it. Please look up the screenshot of Moses parting the
absolutely going to look that up.
It's so wild.
And it looks like some people did not know about, I assume, is it the Marvel graphic novel they're reacting to? But there's a lot of reactions of, what? See, gotta follow her, then you'd know.
Yes. All that stuff. Like what I've told you about that is what I can tell you about that so far, because Marvel, they are very particular about these things.
I am sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the rest of you know where to find the two of us. But if per chance you don't follow BGC, you don't know who we are, you came here for Rosie, which is quite possible. Like, fair, that's fair. But you can find me at Delia is Typing on Twitter. Also, everywhere BGC is.
Yeah. And I'm at Yana Wrote It on Twitter. And I mean, don't follow me on Instagram. I don't post there. And also, if you maybe you were writing something today and you got inspired and you want to like submit to our anthology, you should do that. We got submissions are open until December 31st, I believe. So if you go to bgcanthology.com, you can find all the info, the guidelines, the theme, and all that stuff. So, keep writing those things that you're writing and then send them to us.
Word. Thanks, guys.
All right. Bye, y'all. Bye.